Okay, you caught me. I lied again as far as the description is concerned with not speaking, but hey, finally something solid from these packs. 87 overall. Gotta be excited about that. I understand it's only a base alumni. I get it, but come on. Haven't pulled anything above 85. I don't know. There's only a few kind of 86s. There's a couple of specials that have 86. Um, Although you typically don't need, a plus four like the current prime time. Um, I wasn't planning on talking. Now I got to think about things. Mark Giordano. Um, you don't usually need the plus four on the special card to get up to 86. You just need to be, you know, Pasternak and get plus two, or Bergeron and get plus two. But still, I haven't gotten a lot of 86s in a while. Uh, Anything really above 85. Um, so this is possibly one of the best pulls we've ever had as far as overall rating is concerned, for this format series. Which again, sorry, it's not on the bottom of the screen. Well, we're doing this whole thing as I'm trying to do this whole thing for Red Dead Redemption 2 on PlayStation, over on the Twitch channel, but a lot of complications this quote unquote weekend, this past few days. So really slow on that. But I was expecting to just finish this in like 2 seconds and jump right over into that. At least get some of that done prior to getting too tired and feeling a need to pass out. It's not like it's late. It's only 11 p.m. Eastern time on a Saturday night, but still, um, yeah, 87 overall for a non-tradable. Um, yeah, I feel like I should go check my collection right now. Um, and I may actually do that. I might be willing to on another live broadcast, which typically you have to wait for me to go through a minimum of an hour and a half, if not closer to 3 hours. After again like this, like maybe like 5-6 minutes at most of actual content, and then me just basically babbling with whomever it is that chose to join into the room to talk. Um, yeah, I used a little clickbait to get you in on Joe Sakic, and I don't think I was actually going to talk on that piece because that one's pretty much self-explanatory, and yeah, it's a loan item, so it's you get to play for 5 games. This is like a forever sort of deal, unless I choose to do the upgrades, which for Charlie are pretty expensive, at least from my perspective. But let's just real quick get into the card. So winger, sniper, net presence, defensive warrior. Um, you know, he's a base card alumni. So I say this every single time, but his skating, his speed, not going to be there. The thing is though, he does have 88 speed, as opposed to kind of more the 85 and basically like 80 to 85 is kind of the standard, and 80 83 is where a lot of them tend to fall, for all of the skate categories. Yet acceleration is there. It's 85. Um, I don't think you. I don't. It's weird the way they put that stuff in there, but I don't. Is endurance part of that? That's 84. Um, but speed is 88, so that's not bad. You're not getting any boosts from that from these synergies, so you'd have to get it from a team-wide boost, and even then, what's that going to get you? Another two or three, so you're going to be like at 91 speed, and therefore not capable of of staying. How would you phrase that? I was gonna say keeping up. Like you're not gonna stay stride for stride with the fast teams out there, but you're at least not like a full a full rink behind at either base at 88 or upgraded to 91. And obviously his upgrades all the way up to legend get all of those stats increased. This is just the base card. So for a base card, I mean, shots are, again, in my opinion, not exactly bad. His shot overall is 91. He's 92 and 94 slap shot accuracy and power. Wrist shot sees a little bit of a decrease, 89 and 92. So it, you know, that might make a difference in terms of which type of shot you're generally preferring, since it is a slight difference between the two. And again, no changes to that from these two synergies here. I don't know. I just, generally speaking, especially with a right-handed shot, whose natural position is right side, I don't know. I tend to like to put similar people together, except I guess in case of like the fourth line on offense and obviously the blue line on defense and stuff like that. But generally speaking, it seems to me like for now, although I try to test that whole thing that Bacon Country was talking about with the hitting. I did play one online game, just a regular competitive seasons, all the way back in whatever I'm in, Division 8. And I don't even remember. Hey, somebody's here. Feel free to say hi if you are logged into YouTube. So we pulled this. I can click back out, but this is pulled this from the Gold Rare Rerolls, and we lost them. Sweet. I'm so good at getting people to leave. So I'll go back to talking about what I was talking about and just trying to please whoever was here for like a second. Yeah, I don't know. Bacon Country was talking about, and obviously probably others. I just only watched a couple videos in the past day or two, whatever it was, talking about how you can't hit anymore. Although it seemed to me like he was talking about an online game in which he was like winning like 14-2 or something, but indicating that whoever he was playing couldn't seem to figure out that all that Bacon had to do was basically just I guess using positioning of his body on offense with the puck carrier. I'm assuming using using the advanced controls and technically like the deke button, but not by deking, just kind of holding it away and essentially putting his back, in a lot of cases, even up against the boards, to his opponent, and then just kind of laughing as his opponent tries to come in for a hit and just gets swatted off like a little bug, and then he's able to go off there and do whatever he wants to do with the puck carrier, whether it's in some cases dish to a wide open teammate at that point, I guess from maybe the defender coming over to play the puck as opposed to staying in position, or just going straight out and maybe the other guy is playing the position to block an intended pass, and so instead he's going to just take it right in with the puck carrier and either go top drawer short side or maybe even push all the way through for a cross net backhand, whatever it is. He was scoring a ton, and so I saw that, and I think I made a few videos, or one of which at least I talked in and said, okay, well, I guess I don't need to be concerned with hitting anymore, the body checking in particular stat. And then what he was indicating was that even stick checking, as well as stick lifting, like just all of that was gone, and the only thing you could do at this point was just proper positioning, and that was it. So I don't know. I only played the one like true online game, the competitive seasons, and it was a low division. It didn't seem to be too crazy of a player. I'm almost 100% positive I did not record that live broadcast, at least on this channel. And his the opponent that I had, and again, it was just a regular competitive seasons. It wasn't that special event that's going on right now where you gotta be essentially 80 overall or lower to be able to just even qualify and enter the thing. It wasn't that, and even if it was, he would have had to have. I don't know if I saw his entire team, but he would have had to have had some for sure some fourth liners, for sure some blue liners. Probably, as a lot of people are doing it right now, I guess. Both goalies. Head coach doesn't impact it, but also even into some of his third line maybe as well. Would have had to have had some significantly lower overall ratings on those positions to get that team that he had down to an 80 or less overall rating, and yet it wasn't really all that good. I mean, he had some decent base current players, but there weren't. I don't know if I saw a single upgrade. Like there might have been like one upgrade in there, and that was like about it. So it was a pretty basic base team, and it wasn't like it was chock full with, you know, McDavid and Crosby and Malkin and Kuznetsov and Novi and yada 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 all down the line as far as top current players. It wasn't even so much that. It was more like, I don't know, 80s to 83, 84. There probably was a couple of 85s in there just for kicks. That was about it. It was basically like an 82.5 overall team. It seemed like, with like almost everybody in there in that range. But still, again, point being, wouldn't have qualified for that event because had filled the back end of it with people that were akin to his front lines in terms of overall rating, and that's not how you get to 80 overall. So because that's who I played, and I think that was the only online game I played since I made my comments and saw the video from Bacon, whenever that, I think he put it out like a couple days ago, but I only watched it like maybe earlier today. I don't even know. I'm lucky I even know what day of the week it is right now. Yeah, so for me, if I get back to an actual point, I think what I was saying was that generally speaking for me right now, my teams tend to seem to be able to have similar players that do similar things. And so generally speaking, it's not like I'm doing it 100% of the time. In some games I will if it's like always working. It's not like a glitch. It's just a very standard way of playing that I've done since NHL 94, which is, win the face-off to your right defenseman, pass up to your right winger, and have speed on the right, sprint, and then dish off, hopefully, for a relatively open, if not wide open, one-timer on the left side. So that's one of many examples that could be done even in a very basic game that's not getting a lot of, a lot of countering of that. Hey, somebody's here. Feel free to say hi if you'd like to. Just going over the Charlie card here. This is not a surprise to people. They're aware that the base Charlie alumni card is out there. Probably doesn't even cost very much to get. I don't know if it's dropped down below 10K yet, but you don't see it at the bottom of this just because we're running a special thing over on Twitch right now with Red Dead Redemption 2. However, the format of this channel on YouTube is tradable cards. So you see that that little untradeable thing. This came from a rare reroll, and this is one of the best ever rare rerolls. And I do these constantly because this is basically the only way that I can feed my team into making them halfway good. So just as far as overall ratings, one of the highest we've ever gotten. Who knows if I'll waste the point of doing that and actually doing his upgrades towards Legend at some point. But I was just kind of going over the stats here. Unless I'm totally off in terms of, things that can be done. I was just saying, right side for me, I'm typically going to look for this to be kind of the opposite of what it is. I'm typically going to look for the right side to have speed, the left side to have shot. He's the opposite. He doesn't have his actual speed specifically statistic is 88, which isn't the worst. It's better, slightly at least, than most base alumni cards. However, it's not fast, and it's like less than a base Anthony Duclair. So there are better options as far as speed goes, and plenty that are already on my right side doing that for me. And then I would look for a shot more so on the left. Generally speaking, just seems as though a lot of the players that I've got, that's kind of the combination that they have. I'm getting a lot of speed on the right, and I'm getting a lot of shot on the left. So I'm just trying to play games based off of having that on almost every line, except for, maybe the third if the fourth is filler. And yet he's the opposite, so I'm going to probably have to find something to do here. I don't know if that means I'm just going to stick him on the left and then have a right-handed shot over there, which can sometimes be beneficial, sometimes not. But those are pretty good shot statistics, especially for a base card. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited. So I'm going to click out of here, and I'm going to go over to the collection and show what our untradables are looking like at this point. So you can see this 87 is easily one of the best, at least as far as overall cards that we've picked up. While we're here, I guess I'll go through the Alumni Choice Pack, and I kind of hope that I don't take too long on this. I mean, it's only 3 selection rounds. It's 1 silver, 1 gold if you're lucky. Yeah, I don't care at all. I think I just traded this card, so I'm going to just go ahead and select that again and get rid of him again. Gonna get some gold this time? Gold common? Give me a Joel Armia or something like that? More silver and some silver rares. Okay, so whatever. So we got some silver rares this time. Don't really care between the two. It is a goalie. What are the synergies for the boys? Just in case, we'll go ahead and, sorry, wrong button. Let's get messed up on the selection packs. And then what kind of alumni Salming again? I think I'm gonna go Salming. Oh, that Luke, and then Denico. So I don't know, man. I only got one game, or maybe 2. I think it's 1 game left on Salming. Is Robitaille really gonna find his way into the game? Especially not if I'm gonna put Charlie over there on like a permanent basis. I don't know. Maybe I'm making the wrong choice. Maybe I should be going with Robitaille. But both of those cards, I can get the actual base alumni relatively cheap in the market if I felt like it. So let's just take the duplicate of Salming and just, whoa. Oh, that was way too. Maybe it's just me that I felt like I was about to just get like 200 to 300K coins, and I don't think I had anything up for that much. So sold something, so that's cool. Somebody actually bought something I had up, but that was not as many coins as I was kind of hoping for there with how long that graphic took. So now we'll have an extra 5 games after we run out of the current Salming. So I'm going to put him into some games. Because by the way, just to reiterate this, surprisingly enough, the other 2 crappy cards in here, they're not actually able to play on the team. This card is, though. It's untradeable. Just by definition, loan cards are untradeable. So Salming's going to find his way into some games. And then I'm going to also show you here real quick. Yes, that's right. We have no more unopened packs. Right here in the inbox, this was the teaser. Yeah, it's not the full legend yet. I know, but it's a cool card, man. It's 89 overall. We only get it for 5 games. That's a little bit disappointing. But this, I've been looking forward to the legend, and this is going to tide me over for at least 5 games between now and then. I'm pretty stoked about this. You get a center with speed, pretty decent shot accuracy, not exactly terrible on power either. Solid handles, checking, whatever. Defense is also a high stat. His offensive awareness is 91. His defensive awareness is 89. The legend is even better than this, obviously, since this is an 89 and the legend is a 92. So all those stats you have to imagine are getting +3s, if not more, and then probably a change to the synergy. But so far he's net presence right now. Rest of the stats seem pretty solid. Face-offs, I know people are just basically begging me to stop talking about face-off stats for centers, but he's an 86, which is going to put him in like maybe 5th or 6th as far as just the face-off stat base with no boosts on my untradeable team. Again, for only 5 games right now, but then that's going to get a bump when we actually get the legend card. And so at that point, for sure, I think he's going to have a pretty, he's going to be on the team for sure. It's not like I'm not going to play a 92, but you know, not necessarily. Like if this was just the regular 89 card, it wasn't a 5-game loaner, with an 86 face-off that doesn't get a boost except for team boosts where everyone else would get a boost. This wouldn't be like a guaranteed lock to say that he's going to make it into every single game. He should as an 89 overall. So from the rest of the standpoint, yeah, and so then therefore maybe throw him on a wing, right? Pardon me, that was in your ear. I didn't get to block it quick enough. But 86 face-offs, you know, in my opinion, it could be a little bit better. Really cool card. Toss it into the collection. Let's jump over. Wrong button. Let's jump over to the collection real quick here. I just got to do a quick sell on that Buffalo loan card. I used the what do you call it? The little increased the two day extra onto that recently, so that just kind of ended. And you see that Sakic, granted, sure, loan card, but technically, because Buffalo's not in there anymore, technically second highest overall card in the pack. I'm pretty sure overall, because we've been trying to trade a bunch of stuff. I could take non-tradable off and show. We're not really running legends right now. It's very difficult to get 89 unless you have basically McDavid or Crosby. Anybody else off the top of my head that would be 87 base overall. You'd have to have one of their cards as an upgrade. You know, player of the week, primetime. I think both have had both so far. So stuff to do. So 89 overall, pretty solid. And then obviously you know, Ferraro and Nieuwendyk were the first 2 in the monthly rewards. And then look at this, man. There's the Charlie. And that's there forever, unless we go ahead and obviously and put him into the legends. And you kind of have the same situation with Howard Chuck. I mean, Howard Chuck I've loved having on this team. And the thing that kind of sucks is, like, if I stick with the untradeable versus tradable thing, I can bump either one of those or both up 2 more slots, which the first one I think they only get like a +1, and then the next one is probably like a +2. So it's not like it's not helpful, but then, you know, at that point, you know, why would you not make them legend? You'd just be super tempted to do so. These 2 legend cards, in my opinion, are really good cards. But I'm already impressed with the base on Howard Chuck. So right off the bat, I mean, even after Sakic leaves in 5 games, that's your top 5 untradables. Nieuwendyk, Ferraro, Charlie, Howard Chuck, and then a tie with the team of the week, Bergie. Pardon me. And the primetime Kuznetsov. You see, the rest are not too much of a drop off. There's plenty of 85s up in here, and you know, not just ones that came with the game immediately, but ones that actually came from these sets as well. You know, even the whole first page is full with 85 plus. So I mean, you know, although we should basically just do this right now. I should just hit quick sell and 0, but I don't know. I enjoyed having that card so much. And not just as a loan. I had the regular card, and I'm not going to get into that whole thing. I messed that whole thing up on the auction market. Lost a ton of value because I made a mistake. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I kind of feel like, you know, that's technically 14 cards, but one of them is expired, so that's 13, and then one of them is a loan. So really, it's more like 12 cards. Have you pulled 12 better untradeable cards? It's not impossible, but I don't know. I think this is pretty okay. that koozie is not the only prime time. Let's go on to the second page here, and you see 85s there as well, but that's a little thrown off because we've got loans, and the bottom 4 are loans there. But here's that Letang, pulled that as well in the prime time. You know, base Tarasenko, for some reason can't get an upgrade on him, and then the Halloween upgrade of Marchand. So, you know, a fair amount of 85s, and we drop into 84s before the second page ends. Hey, 2 people are in here. Feel free to say hello if you're in here and logged into YouTube, and back down to 1. So these are the 2 that we just added just now from nothing. The lone Sakic, pretty solid card, and then Conacher as one of the 2 that came from the Gold Rare Reroll Packs. And I got to go get that. So, yep, those are the cards. I'm stoked, pretty happy, and I said I was going to do this, so I'll do it. You know, nothing really else in there right now. I mean, we got the Legend Denieko that's pumping up as well, and then Ovi. Anybody that finds me on PlayStation, you want to make any best offers on either of those 2 cards, base Ovi, Legend Denieko, let me know. I'm gonna probably try to play a game or 2 with either both of them together in a game, assuming they can both make it into a game, and I would assume they could. Or why did, that's weird. These 85s are different, right? Aren't they? Doug Gilmour was not on the first page list last time, but whatever. That's cool. Yeah. So this card right here, I'm assuming you guys can find all this on your own, but those are the stats on the Legend card. If you have an interest in that, or in the base Ovi, and how do you not already know the base Ovi stats? Both those cards are available basically whenever. Just haven't put them up on the market yet. Because I'm probably going to try to play a game or 2 and just kind of see what they're like for myself, just on the off chance that I come back, you know, kind of later on and opt to maybe pick them back up in the market, which, you know, I can't do now because I got 46k coins, and that's not going to buy either one of those 2 cards. So that's the team. Let's we were doing now. Which one should we end with for the thumbnail? Because I was teasing with the Sakic, but you can see from here that it's a loan. So let's not do that. Let's do this, but it doesn't show that it's untradeable. So both of those things are kind of disappointing. There you go. Ed and Charlie to the squad. Going to be on a pretty regular basis, I'm assuming. Got to find a way to put him on one of the 2 wings, and at least one of the top 3 lines somewhere, right? I mean, he's got to find room. Thanks for joining us. Sorry if we ruined. Hold on, I'm gonna click back out of here. Half an hour? Jeez, that was long. Sorry if we ruined your time by going way too long and actually speaking. But hey, you got me to get all the way to my alarm. So, thanks for joining. See you some other time.